loaded, most certainly. Yeah, I get it loaded. You just ride the play. If you ride the play, shawty ride the.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Solo ETV, and I am back with another fire video for everybody that is looking to grow and build a small account. And I'm gonna be actually giving you a guide from beginner all the way to becoming an advanced trader, literally just by following my simple strategies and really just the method that I see when I look at market, how I look at market, and then how I determine my entries and exit points and all that stuff. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it. First and foremost, if you guys don't already have a broker to actually trade small accounts, and I'm talking about $50, $100 accounts, use Offspring FX. The reason being is because you guys can actually trade US 30, NASDAQ 100, gold, silver, a lot of these big indices or these big currencies or pairs that you really can't trade with a broker. But with Offspring FX, you guys are able to actually trade with a small account. So if you guys want to sign up, go ahead and use that link down below. And once again, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, as this helps my channel grow. And of course, as I grow, more videos I pop out for you guys. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, so right now we're looking at gold. I'm on a 4-hour time frame. I usually start in the daily to 4-hour time frame, but all we're gonna do is just create a story. And what I mean by that is we have to determine, 1, the direction of the market. 2, we have to figure out, is it going to continue to go up? And then 3, we have to determine where should we enter once we see our setup or potentially seeing our setup. So first and foremost, we need to understand the direction. So right now, if we were to look, like what I say in a lot of my videos, I like to focus in the moment. I don't like to go too far left, meaning like we're going all the way down here. I just like to focus and see what's right now, because we're in a 4-hour time frame. There's no reason for me to go too far back. If I'm going to go that far back, you might as well hop on a daily or the weekly or the monthly time frame and figure out those weekly highs or weekly daily resistance. So right now I noticed that we are in a small uptrend. Now, yes, in a bigger picture, this is all one big consolidation as well. So let's just focus on the consolidation and then work our way down as we progress in these time frames. So I'm gonna take this trend line here, and the reason why I'm taking this trend line is because I want to figure out where is my highest point and my lowest point just on a 4-hour time frame. So if we look left, we see that this is our current highest point, and then also we see that this is our current lowest point. Now, yes, this is also another low point that we can mark as well, but like what I said, as a scalper, there's no reason for me to be putting a low all the way down here, like somewhere down here, just because I'm a scalper. As a scalper, I am scalping inside of these little moves here, so there's no reason for me to do that. But if you guys want to do that just for your safe keeps, that's up to you. Don't care. So right now I noticed that we're in some consolidation between these two lines that I end up drawing. So now what I like to do is establish the direction of the market. So another thing you guys got to realize is support and resistance acts as, once again, supply demand. It can act as the previous lows, previous highs. It can essentially act as order blocks, depending on how you guys look at order blocks and how you take different strategies with order blocks. But for me, guys, I simply just look at higher highs, higher lows as exactly what it seems. Support and resistance. So one thing about support and resistance too is that it does move differently. You have your straight lines, top and bottom. You also have your diagonal lines, top and bottom. So that's where the trend line comes in play. That's where my trend traders come in play, because now they are seeing that, oh, we have an act of support or resistance. For instance, I just drew this trend line here. So for my trend traders, they might say, okay, well, if I see market comes anywhere in this area and then I go on a 5-minute and I see I get my engulfing candles and everything like that, I'm gonna take a buy. That's a strategy you guys can implement. However, we still need to build up more of this story before we just get in this trade, because what can happen is market could still come down, retest, and then shoot down, or it can just consolidate in this area and then shoot up, or yeah, it can go in your favor. But at the end of the day, we got to follow the market, guys, and that's really what it is. So let's check it out. So right now, if we were to get in this trade, we really not gonna get in a trade, but if we were to get in this trade, my setup would be very simple. I would be waiting on market to come around here, and I would need to see what price is telling me, meaning wick rejections, volume, all of that is determined on the price. So I need to see wick rejections, engulfing candles. I need to see all of this momentum to build up a story to let me know that either the buyers are in the market or the sellers are in the market. And I do this on every single time frame before I enter. So now on the 4-hour, I noticed that we're in this potential uptrend. And then another thing I'm gonna do is actually draw the line here, because this is also now what we call resistance. So now that we have resistance up top, and I'm gonna go ahead and put an R here for resistance, we now have support at the bottom. And then now essentially you guys might look at this as maybe a channel. For those for my channel traders out there, you guys will probably sit here and say, well, this is a channel. I will possibly buy when it hits this trend or sell when it breaks out of this trend. Whatever your strategy is, that's up to you. But like for me, I still like to build up a story. So now I established that on a 1 hour or 4 hour. I'm gonna then jump on the 1 hour just to get more confluences as far as my markups to understand what's going on. Now, but one thing that I didn't do that I want to do is very important, is that I like to figure out my zone levels as well. So zone levels is essentially major key levels, supply demand levels. I just like to see where price has been very staticky and has a lot of noise, because what that is telling me is that for some reason there were sellers and equal buyers here making equal decisions and trying to figure out which direction we should head to. So if we look left, we now see that we have a lot of this here. This is a very strong level that I like to call a block level or a dead zone level, meaning that we had a lot of sellers, buyers equally out in this area. So if price was to break out of this trend, I would like to see what happens around this area, because if something happens around this area, I would either like to see wick rejections, bullish engulfing, bearish engulfings, whatever it is. I need to see something happen here. So now that I established that, let's jump on a 1 hour. So now on a 1 hour, guys, we have it's a little different from what we see on a 4 hour. So now on a 4 hour, we were seeing price going up, but now on a 1 hour, we see prices shooting down. So one thing that I always say to my students in my courses and everything is that what you see on a 4 hour would be different from the 1 hour and 5 minute and so forth. If you see everything working together in favor, that's even better. But let's say on a 4 hour time frame, this is our 4 hour time frame, we see market going up like this. What this can look like on a 1 hour time frame is that price will be shooting down. And why is price shooting down? Because it's doing a pullback reaction to possibly continue back up, which will look like this on a 1 hour, and then on a 4 hour it look like that. Now one thing too, market does consolidate, guys. So let's say that on a 4 hour you see market going up, and then let's say, or you know what, let's do this, let's say on a 4 hour you actually see consolidation, bigger time frame, and then you go on the 15 minute, and in the 15 minute you might see what we call an uptrend. You know, price is going up, price going up, but it's still playing around, but it's going up, it's going up, and it's going up. That is all of this here. So regardless, guys, if you see one time frame different from another, that's accurate, and that is 100% fine. Just because, once again, they all correlate. From minor structure has to correlate to become major structure, which builds this big move. So right now I see on a 1 hour time frame, we do have a bullish engulfing, a bearish engulfing candle. So I am drawing this hourly trend. I'm gonna actually call this my hourly trend line here. And then now that I figured this out, my next thing is I kind of want to see where are my previous highs, my previous lows, and kind of draw them out. So right here we have a previous high or a previous low, and then also here is our previous high, because this was a higher, this was a lower high, and this was our lowest low. And then for amazing reason actually, we had a beautiful double bottom right here. Also, if you look at it differently, we had a double bottom with a engulfing candle. These are the candles I look for to take my entries, even on a smaller time frame. So I kind of want to see what happens here. So now from the 1 hour, I already established what's going on with market. So now I like to just jump straight to the 5 minute and just get straight to it, because I already got my markups that I already had drawn up on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So I kind of know now what's going on, because now on the 4 hour I know that we are in this weird consolidation, but inside this consolidation we have a slight channel going up. A lot of you guys will probably say ascending triangle, descending triangle, whatever it is. At the end of the day, I'm not getting into wave patterns or anything like that, but at the end of the day, we know this market is consolidating, but it is going up. It is trending up on a 4 hour. On a 1 hour, we established that we have very strong sellers in the market, which could mean that the sellers could be temporary or they can be extended, meaning that price will just keep going down and keep going down and keep going down. Now on a 5 minute, I'm now really looking for this bearish sentiment or this bullish sentiment of letting me know, like, all right, now the sellers are in for sure, the buyers are in for sure. Let me go ahead and take my entry. So now I'm simply waiting on the 5-minute low to break, which is this low right here that we got off the 1 hour time frame, because this was our previous low. If it breaks this previous low, that essentially can mean that market will tend to reverse. However, don't just think because you got a breakout it's going to go down, because what happens is sometimes people will either buy or sell the breakout. Right when they sell this breakout, they will see price immediately shoot up. So we have to be careful of that and make sure that we're not getting caught up in that mess. So what we're going to do is wait on the breakout if it happens. Now, if it doesn't happen, what I will want to see is some strong bearish sentiment happening, meaning like price action patterns, wick rejections more in the bottom than the top, engulfing candles. I would need to see all of that. Now, if you guys use indicators, there's nothing wrong with using indicators. I actually be seeing people commenting all the time in my videos saying, oh, you need to use this indicator in order to become successful. Guys, stop. I've been trading for a long time, and I'm telling you based off experience that is not true. A lot of people say, oh, get the volume indicator or get the RSI. It's going to tell you that at the end of the day, if you can be profitable at the end of the month, then you good. All right, so don't let anybody discourage your way of trading if you guys come across that. All right, I'm telling you guys right now that they don't know what they talking about. Anyway, we're basically waiting to see what happens. So I see that it's all bears right now. So now that we broke structure, I want to validate that this is going to be a low time, what we call a lower time frame trend to the downside. So I want to see some bullish sentiment going up to confirm that if we do get the bulls in the market, meaning the buyers in the market, will this be a strong move to the upside? If so, then I am not looking for sales. I would like to see small green candles, or just seeing it fluctuate, meaning that it's not really going anywhere. It's just doing kind of like a range motion or something like that. That's what I like to see. So we're just going to wait, and as you see currently, we're basically getting that, and then now I am now seeing what I want to see, which is that range of motion. So now that we're getting that range of motion, I will then want to see an engulfing candle to establish that. And the reason why I immediately get in right when I see an engulfing candle is, you guys got to remember this. You got to create a story on everything you do, is because we didn't get very powerful bull candles. What I mean by powerful bull candles is you need to see long candles like this. You need to see long candles like that, long candles like that. That will give me a different view in the market. Maybe it's telling me, oh, we are still having a lot of buyers in the market, so I'm gonna be cautious. But seeing that we have more sellers strong, and this is why I don't use the volume indicator, because I don't need the volume indicator, because I can read price action, because volume indicators are based off price action. So when you guys hear somebody comment on my comments or comment on my videos saying, oh, you need the volume indicator, all right, so let's get to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a sell here, which is going to be a short position, which is this little red and green tool that you guys are seeing here. And then we're just going to do a simple 1 or 2 trade. I'm gonna just keep it very short and simple, show you guys that this is what I do when I trade. So we're going to go ahead and play this out, and let's see if it smash our TP. So right now it's playing around this area. It's playing around. We might get stopped out. Let's see. Another thing, actually, we got another entry, which is here. We got another engulfing candle. So what I am going to do is enter in another trade for another 1 or 2. So we're going to do another short position here. Stop loss a couple pips out from there. And then we're just going to do a simple 1 to 2 trade. Now, here's another thing that I actually did not mention yet. So guys, remember this trend line that I drew on the 1 hour time frame. If you guys decide to get in the market, make sure you have these trend lines still active on a 5-minute, because what can happen is market could shoot down, hit this. You guys think it still might be going down, but then eventually goes up, and that can happen. So this is why I was telling you guys to do a top-down analysis. All right, so let's go ahead and play these through, and let's see if we smash. So as you see, we basically smashed 2 winners right there. And when we get those type of trades, boom. Now, one of the hints that you guys should have, or a rule that you guys should have, is when you are already in a seller's market and you already came to another strong, let's say, zone level, like an hourly zone level, which is this trend line, don't sell until it breaks out of this and then retest it, or retest like kind of what we have right here. Because like what I said before, market could just come down and then shoot all the way up. Also, we drew that 4-hour trend line, which is right here. So me telling you guys is we're in so much strong demand supply area that we don't know what's going on right now. Even if you guys don't use supply demand, you will also look at this as well. We have too much structure in this area, too close together. So we want to kind of see what plays out. So when we get to stuff like that, I just don't take the trade. I wait to see what direction, true direction of what's going on. And another thing about me is I don't trade everything. I literally trade what I see and what I truly believe is going on with the market. So you guys really got to understand that, and that is one way to becoming a very successful trader from a beginner into a pro, which is really just focusing on price action patterns. So if you guys look at like the double tops, double bottoms, that's key. But also, if you don't want to use indicators like the volume indicators or RSI or TDI, MACD, whatever indicator you use, pay attention at the strength of the candles and the wicks. The wicks tells you a lot and the body tells you just as much. So if you are seeing very strong body candles, engulfing candles to the upside, that's telling you maybe we should wait to see the market exhaust, meaning that you're seeing some small candles, or you're seeing equal wicks at the top, equal wicks at the bottom, like this, which is known as spinning tops to a lot of you guys that know candlestick patterns. Or if you're seeing just constantly wick rejections being wicked out like this, that is giving you clarity that the market can shift because of the volume is dying down from the buyer side, which tends to the seller side. So guys, that's pretty much what it is. I wanted to keep this video pretty short so you guys will be able to get right to it. And yeah, I appreciate the love and support. Once again, guys, if you need a broker to sign up, Offspring FX is down below. Go ahead and check them out. And I appreciate the love and support. Your boy Solo. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.